All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Rob with Postmates. Hey, I'm super excited, as always, to talk to you guys. I'm really excited just about the people that are subscribing to the channel, and they're finding the information valuable. They're finding the information useful. Really, I like to thank you guys that are just subscribing. I mean, it seems like recently, that I've been getting maybe one subscriber or one or two per day. So that's really awesome, guys. I just hope that I continue to really be, if I'm an inspiration to you, I hope I continue being that to you. If I'm just kind of like a beacon of information, I hope to continue being that for you as well. So let me go ahead and continue. Now, there was a guy that left a comment, and he had some really, it was a really good one, and it was a subject that I really wanted to talk about before. Didn't know exactly when I was going to do it, how deep I was going to get into that conversation, but I'm really going to touch the basics just so that everybody can really get the meat of the situation, and based on really just my experience being out there, what exactly the situation is, because I don't know that anyone knows really specifically, but a lot of us that do this a lot, we have a really good idea on how it works. Whether or not they tell you, that's a whole different thing. Okay, so I'm going to kind of throw it out there for you, just to kind of give you a taste of it. All right, so the question that the Postmate guy posed was, okay, well, if I'm in a red area, how do I get, like, I mean, I'm in a red area and I'm not getting, I'm not getting a lot of orders, or I'm getting one or two orders or whatever it may be. Okay, what's the situation? How can I get more orders? All right, so guys, all right, okay, here's the first thing that you have to, understand, okay, and is that we're dealing with a computer system, okay? So it's not a guy that's just sitting in the office and he's saying, okay, I'm going to give John an order, I'm going to give Bill an order, okay, I'm going to give Bob an order. Whoops, wait a minute, Bob can't make it, I'm going to give it to Stan, or whatever it can be. It's not that kind of thing. It's a computer system, and it's and the people that input the information put in specific things, okay, that need to take place, that need to happen, okay, and you need to make sure that you fall in line with these particular things. All right, okay, so here's one of the things, all right, is that your rating. Okay, if you're sitting there, I mean, one of the things that you want to think about is, what's your rating? I mean, if you're sitting there and you're sitting in an area full of people with 4.9s and 5.0s, and you've got a 4.6, and it's a hot area, you probably won't get a ton of orders. Okay, that's my thinking. You probably won't, because I think the whole idea, the whole design is that the best drivers, okay, the people that are deemed as sort of being reliable, are probably going to get a priority, okay, if they're in that particular area. If they're not in that area, then more than likely you're going to get the order, okay, because you're the only driver that's there. All right, okay, so rating is important. So if you're sitting around with a 4.7, guys, that's really 4.6, 4.7, that's really the bare minimum. You want to be in those higher ranges. You want to be a 4.9. You want to be a 5.0 if you can be a 5.0. I mean, I'm not always a 5.0. I've been there. My longest run has been like 3 weeks straight with a 5.0. But I tend to stay around maybe the 4.9 range. Okay, so so you want to strive for that higher rating. Okay. All right, the next thing, and I'm kind of taking a look at my notes, so, all right. The next thing is your acceptance rate. Acceptance rates is important. The computer system wants to know, okay, are you taking orders? So if you're the type of person that says, hey, I'm not going to take any McDonald's orders, I'm not going to take any Taco Bell orders, and you get like 3, 4, 5, 6 Taco Bell orders that come your way and you skip them, okay, then, I mean, that counts against you in your acceptance rate, okay? You have to be dependable. That's the whole idea of acceptance. If the computer system knows that you're on the clock, okay, then it has to depend on you. It has to know that if it's going to send you something, that you're going to take it, okay? It's just that simple. Now, I understand, you know, you get an order and it's like 20 miles away. I'm not going to take it, you know, unless it's going to pay me a bunch of money. But, I mean, you don't know that, you know. But sometimes, you know, if it's far away, I will take it, you know, because there's nothing else that's happening. And sometimes what you have to understand, too, is that the system knows a little bit more, okay, than what you might know. So, for example, if there's too many people in a certain area, okay, and the system might need someone in another area, okay, then, you know, things might get changed, manipulated, or whatever to get you in that area so that you can take those orders so you can make money, so they can make money. And when I say they, I mean Postmates, okay? So that's important too, okay? Not saying that you have to take every single thing. I'm not saying that. But, you know, if you want to increase your acceptance rate, if you want to increase that dependability, that reliability that is important, okay, then you're going to take those orders, okay? All right, next thing is going to be, which I think is actually kind of a new thing. I think it existed, but I think it's a little bit more, it's a little more important now, okay? And that's your delivery speed. Now, most of the Postmate customers, and I mean, I've seen other people do videos and things like that. We are fast, okay? I don't care. Uber Eats, you know, who else is out there? Grubhub, all those other dudes. You know what? Postmates beats their behinds when it comes to speed. It's just that simple. All right? We are quick. And you know what? And that's awesome. And that's something to be like super proud of. Okay? Because we're awesome. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay? So you know, so you want to just make sure, you know, you're not breaking speed limits or anything like that. But the thing is we know we get the food, bam, we're on our way to the customer. You know, we're getting that food to them, and they're going to be happy and they're going to be pleased. So, you know, that's one of the things that I feel so proud of, just being part of Postmates, to know that, hey, we're fast. You know, and matter of fact, there was a video that I was watching, and I think some news people, you know, sort of did a test, and they chose like 2 or 3, you know, courier services, and Postmates, of course, kicked ass. Yeah, so you know, as far as the speed of delivery, so that's a cool thing. Excited about that. All right. Okay. Now the next thing that you want to be thinking about also is, and I mentioned it earlier. Okay, so let's say you're in a red zone, all right, and you're sitting there, okay, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what's going on? Nothing's happening, you know, this kind of thing. You know, and it kind of depends on the day of the week too. Okay. If it's on a weekend, if it's on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, guys, generally, you know, it doesn't make a difference. You know, you're going to be busy. Everybody's busy on those days. Okay. But if it just happens to be that you're not busy, here's the thing that you want to think about again, is there are other Postmates people that are there, and everybody's going towards the red zones, and, you know, and that's just natural. You know, I'm going to do it too. You know, if there's nothing happening, I'm going to the red zone because I want to make some money. It's just that simple. Okay. So if you're sitting there and really not much is happening, there might be a whole lot of Postmates people there. Okay. There might be a whole lot of Postmates people with higher ratings than you, with higher acceptance rates with you, the higher delivery times than you. Okay. And so the system, as long as they're in that area, okay, you're in that area, because it's not going to necessarily go beyond you know, an area and pull somebody from another area just because they have a better, you know, delivery rate and substance rates and all that stuff than you. Okay. But as long as they're in that area, they're going to choose the best people, the best drivers. And that's any place you go to. I'm telling you, any place that you go to. So whether you do Postmates, whether you do Grubhub, whether you do Uber Eats, whether you do any of these other places, you know, in Chicago, LA, whatever. There's a couple others that are on my mind. I can't even think of them offhand. But it's going to be the same. So always remember that regardless of where you go. Okay? So if there's a new company, courier company that's popping up, and you're jumping to that new courier company, let me tell you something. You better get in there and kick ass. Do not play games, because you want to be the best. Okay? Because in anything in life, whether it's this, whether it's you working at, you know, a manager at a grocery store, whether you're building cars, whatever it is, when you're the best, people or entities notice you, and they're going to seek you out, and they're going to want your services, okay? And they're going to want you to do things before anybody else, okay? And so really, that's really just a lowdown, guys. So be the best that you can, okay? And being the best that you can, a lot of times, because, you know, there's a lot more to also in that, because, you know, there's the tip factor, and you know, and how to make more in tips, and there are things that you can do in order to do that, okay? You know, but in anything, you always have to think about, how can I be the best that I can be? What can I do to be the best? Okay? All right. So, guys, hey, I'm going to jump off my soapbox here, and I just want to kind of, you know, spread that information. Hopefully it was clear. Hopefully you guys understood it. It was concise. It was to the point. If you got any questions, please put them down there, and keep subscribing, guys. You know, hey, I love these people. I love all you guys. You know, I'm just glad that, you know, that you're here, and you're experiencing this with me, because this is an exciting time. I mean, delivery is hot. Yeah. So that might even be a stock, you know, tip there. If you can, you know, if there's something investable, it is hot, you know, and there are other markets that this is going to get into, and it's just going to explode. All right. So, yeah, so that's pretty much my spiel there, my little talk. Oh yeah, also, if you notice, I've got a new shirt here, and this is one of my things. I'm super excited about these shirts. I got this on Amazon, so I'm super excited about the shirts that I'm getting. You know, because I want shirts that show that, you know, that I'm motivated, that, you know, that I'm taking action. You know, I know all you guys, you know, like my Guitar Hero shirt, Guitar Hero, you know, I know you love it. I'm continuing wearing it, but I got this new one here. So it says, God sends, okay, his strongest warriors. That's right. Yeah. And you know, whether you're religious or not, or, you know, you believe or not, guys, you know, I do. I always find that this is a blessing for me, and to be able to share what I know also is a definite blessing. So I'm sitting here on a Wednesday, guys. I'm telling you, Wednesdays are like, you know, in this town there seems like there's not much action on Wednesdays, you know, especially during the day. So, you know, there's some other things that I have to do that I just have to stay conscious of, so that, you know, I'm getting those deliveries, getting those orders, making some things happen. But I'm going to take a break, like maybe for a couple hours. I got some cleanup stuff I got to do. And then I'm going to get back into it, and, you know, I'm going to get on a grind, get on a hustle, just like you guys are. Okay. So I'll be thinking about you, be thinking about me when you're out there making it happen. All right. So I'll talk to you soon. Again, if there's other topics you want me to talk about, throw it on there. I'll definitely talk about it. Other than that, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye-bye.